Hey guys, how's it going? So the Bible does say, bless those who persecute us. Now that's a very difficult thing to do, but then we can remember that Paul was blinded and essentially just started believing in God after that point and was told to go to Christians, and those Christians looked after him after he was blinded. And if you think about it, Paul was the biggest Christian persecutor, because that's what the law deemed necessary. And essentially, he was a warrior for the Hebraic works, and he people accounted him righteousness because of what he was doing. But he actually says in further books that he accounts it as, I think he accounts it as dung or as nothing, he says. But essentially, Paul is saying that there's no reason to find righteousness in the works because they're dead. They have no value. They have no value in our walk toward righteousness, but rather they are of a law that was not working, which is why Christ came down to fulfill the law, to complete the law, rather than to let us continue working that essentially a plan to continue in some form of righteousness, which was physical action to undo sins that we could not pay for by killing animals that didn't deserve it. So with that being said, when we look at Paul, who was perfect in the law and blameless in the law, it says, and also, circumcised on the eighth day, that's huge in the law, and all these things, massive persecutor of the Christian church at the time, he was brought into a Christian home and they blessed him. Not only that, look at Christ. He blessed, didn't curse, but blessed them, saying, Father, they know not what they're doing. Forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. And essentially blessing the people who persecuted him. You think about it, when the guard got his ear cut off because Simon decided that it was a good thing to defend Jesus,